Alright, we are back for episode 2, and we are going to be doing the Outskirts. First things first, zip on up, grab the sugar. Kill this guy. Tells us about the loot. You have to hold square to suck up the gold, and you just tap square to pick up items. We're going to come down here. There's one more bro. Gonna kill this guy. Aerial death blows. Grab this item. Grab another pellet. And then the shard. And there are enemies over there, but we're going to work our way back up. The shards are pretty much like rocks. You can throw them at an enemy to get their attention and maybe draw them to a better spot. That was that shard that I just got. Kill this guy. There's those shards right there. Then if you look down, drop on down and grab this. Grab the other sugar. The red sugar that we just got, I think it increases your attack power. There's different kinds of sugars. One's for attack, one's for defense, one's for posture, and one's for stealth. So, y'all have different uses. We're gonna come up here to the gate. We're gonna kill these guys. Stealth this guy. There's a dude down there in the grass. We're gonna kill this guy real quick. Kill the guy. Drop down. It's stealth. Suck up the gold. And then kill this bro. The blue sugar that we just got, that one increases your defense, so it reduces physical damage. Pellet, I'm gonna come through here, I'm gonna kill the wolves. Cool thing to note for the wolves is you can deflect the wolves' charge attacks. Try to show you. Pretty cool. See if we can get this guy to do it. Fucked up, but it's fine. The shard. I'm not gonna go down there yet. There's an idol here, but before we get this, we're gonna come up here. And we're gonna grab the shinobi wheel, or the shuriken wheel, excuse me. So we can shoot shurikens. Shurikens are really good for shooting beasts like the wolves, any kind of animal. It's really good against them. And enemies that do aerial attacks that jump up in the air, you can also shoot a shuriken at them. It does a lot of posture damage. So now we got this idol, and we're going to go back to the temple, and we're going to get our shuriken put into our prosthetic.
忍具か。おう。忍び義手は牙じゃと言うたが、忍具を仕込むことで、その牙は形を変えることができるようになる。敵立てならば打ち砕き、素早き敵ならば仕留め撃つ。仕込んだ忍具が増えるだけ、敵を殺す術も増えるじゃろう。殺す相手なりの殺し方を持つ。そういうことじゃ。
随分と詳しい。
いかんな。いつまでも血生臭いことを言うておるから、仏の顔も鬼になるのよ。どれ貸してみろ。 わしが任務を仕込んでやろう。そこにある優しい顔の仏様。そいつには妙な真似をするなよ。
So you can only have 3 prosthetics equipped at one time. All we have is the shuriken right now. And then you use spirit emblems, which it's going to explain to us in just a second. Spirit emblems is how you use your prosthetics. Spirit emblems, they are dropped by enemies. You can find them in the world, and you can also purchase them from the idols. And sometimes, like, our shurikens take 1. As you can see in the bottom right, we only have 2, so we can only use 2 shurikens. Some of the prosthetics use a little bit more than 1 sometimes. It just kind of depends. But anyways, we're going to go back to the gate path. Come over here first. Not going to mess with that rooster. We're going to fight our first mini-boss. Mini-boss, strong enemy, whatever. I'm pretty sure he's a mini-boss, but we're going to come over here. And anytime you have a chance for enemy with 2 health bars to get a death blow and to get 1 health out the way, you want to do that. Quick introduction to perilous attacks. With the red thing comes up, he's either going to do a thrust, a sweep, or a grab, and it tells you how to counter one of those. He tends to do the sweep, the perilous attack that he does. Dodge that. You want to jump, preferably not off the map, but it's fine. When you fall off, it just takes some damage, but you're still alive. It's fine. Hurt. Heal real quick. Try to show you here, right there, he's trying to regain posture. You either just hit him or shoot a shuriken at him and it'll cancel that. Oh, he did a grab. I thought he was going to do a sweep. So that sucks. So anyways, when you first die, death is not the end in Sekiro. You have resurrections. I didn't think my first death would be right here, but here we are. We'll explain resurrections here in a second. See the red bar down there, you use resurrection. Now I cannot resurrect anymore unless I do a death blow. There we go. We got the sweep counter. And when you're sweeping and you're jumping, on your way down, if you jump again, you'll jump off his head and you'll do a lot of posture damage. So here we got a prayer bead. You get 4 of them. It will increase your health and your posture. And we got a gourd seed, which we can use to get Emma, so we can get 2 uses out of our healing gourd instead of just 1. Let me check my notes real quick. Alright, so we're going to come up here. We'll stealth the rooster. Just for some XP. Why not, right? Stealth him. We're going to go back and hit the idol. And then we're going to go back to the temple. Give Emma the gourd seed. It's telling us about the prayer beads. We only have 1, so he says 1 out of 4. So now we're going to go back and increase The gourd.
Hmm. 変わったことがあったのですか？
ああ、
どのような？
俺はひとたび死んだ。だが巫女様の声が
Also worth noting, since we died, she is now telling us about the resurrection, so her dialogue has advanced a little bit.
ひとたび死に、
And every time you die,
今再び
the resurrections do not count. So if you die and resurrect, it doesn't count. But once you
それ
fully
は
die,
快晴でしょう。
and you do that multiple times, you will get a thing called dragon
龍
rot,
院の巫女の
which it
力
pretty
と
much
言われています。
impedes NPC
快
quest
晴の
lines. They
力を
get a
与えられ
sickness,
た
which is the
者
dragon
は
rot.
死して
And
な
then
お
you have to
蘇
talk to
る
her. She'll give you some more
幾度でも
dialogue about blood samples, and then you can buy a thing
はい
from, I think it's called a dragon
おかしなこ
droplet
と
or
です。
something. From
ですが
merchants, you can buy that,
現
use
に
it
起
at
き
a
ている
shrine or an
ま
idol,
た変わったこと
and
が
it
あれ
will
ば
cleanse
知
the
らせて
dragon
くだ
rot,
さい。
and then
快晴の
you
力は
can
何も見返り
continue
を
the
求
quest
めな
line
く
from the NPC
思
or
えない
actually
で
get
す。
it or whatnot.
狼殿、よく参られました。
ひょうたんの種とはこれか。
はい。それをこちらに、種をひょうたんに植え付けます。よし、これで薬水の傘が増すでしょう。
妙な薬だ。
妙ですか。うん。悪い気はしません。貢献があれば奇妙と思うことでも勇んですべし。それが我が師道元の教えですので。
そうか。
ひょうたんの種を見つけたならばまた持ってきてください。薬水のかさ増しをしましょう。快晴の力は九郎様の龍院の御快晴の地幾度でもまた快晴の地龍快幾度また快晴では。
Okay, so now we're back here. We're gonna make our way down here. We're gonna stick to the left. There is gonna be one enemy down here. Somewhere. Not gonna go over there yet. Looking for the enemy. There he is. Gonna kill him before that patrol gets over here. See those three guys. Get off the wall, please. Come over here. I want to try to get on top of that before they get here, but no, they would definitely see me. So we're just gonna wait until they pass, and then we're gonna shoot on up there and grab that item. Stealth kill this guy. They all saw me. Sucks, let's grab this. So when the bar is yellow like that, that means they've lost sight of me, so they don't technically know where I am. And just because one enemy sees you and knows where you are does not mean that they all do. I'm gonna try to reset. I'm gonna run over here. We're gonna get the high ground. We are Shinobi after all, it's a ninja game, so gonna kind of reset with these guys to lose aggro. And they can't actually see us. You can hear somebody throwing rocks, but you can't actually see us, so they will de-aggro. And again, the yellow bar means that they lost sight of us, so they don't know where we are, but they are still on guard a little bit. Wait for that to go away. And then we have an eavesdrop opportunity over here. You see the little yellow icon.
果たして勝てるものかのう。どうにも悪い予感がするのじゃ。何を弱気なことを。両親とはいえ、一心様はご健在。源一郎様の夢も見事なものじゃ。加えて、鬼行部様もおるではないか。おお、鬼は行部正隆様か。確かにあのお方と鬼影が共にあれば、大手門が抜かれるなど考えられぬわ。
Alright, we're not going to fight them yet, and the reason we didn't fight those other guys is because you want to stealth kill the big boy first before you kind of aggro everybody. Make the fight just a lot easier. You know, work smarter, not harder. So now we're going to come up here, and we're going to dispatch the rest of these enemies. Should be able to get a death blow on one of these guys. Gold, and then we're gonna reset, come up to the top, heal up, pick our target from the top. Try to find a guy that's alone. Maybe we can do a death blow on this guy. Nope, it came up at the last second, so we missed it. Fine though. Kind of want to separate these guys a little bit before we engage. Alright, beautiful. Pick the bait. Just got one bro left. He's just going to deflect. We're going to keep wailing on him, building up that posture damage. He doesn't want to attack. Fine with us. Make sure I didn't forget any items. Got the wealth balloon. Which are different kinds of balloons. This one, if you use it, you get more gold. There's ones that you get higher, like they're all just like higher drop rates for certain things. Gold, and I forget what the other ones are. There are some roosters over here. Death blow this one. There's two of them. Don't sleep on the roosters, man. The roosters can fuck you up, so be careful. They shouldn't give you that hard of a problem, but they do have the potential to fuck you up if you're not careful. I'm gonna talk to this old lady. I might skip some of this dialogue. She essentially thinks that we're her son, and she's going to give us the bell. Make sure you talk to this NPC, because when she gives you the bell, it opens up a whole nother area, and it's a very, very important area. So like I was saying earlier, if you died a lot before this point, and Dragon Rot has set in, it could potentially affect her, where she's sick, and now you cannot get this bell from her unless you get that item that cleanses the Dragon Rot, and then you can come and talk to her and get it. So that's kind of how that works. But anyways, she gives us the bell, and then talk to this dying bro, which is actually her son. And we're pretty much going to tell him that we already talked to his mom, and then she gave us the bell and whatnot. And talk to her just to make sure. She's going to tell us that she wants us to give the bell to the Buddha charm, which is at the temple next to the sculptor. He's just gonna thank us for humoring his mother about the bell. And there are more bros over there, but before we go over there, we're gonna shoot our way on up here to our first merchant. And again, the dragon rot can also affect a merchant. It can affect any NPC.
いかがかね。供養。さよう。
So the big thing that this guy is going to sell,
死者たちのご冥福のため、品を売っておる。
I'll just show you the dialogue one time.
見たところあんたも随分と殺しておるな。ご供養していきなされよ。
Alright, so he has coin purses, but the big thing he has is the firecracker, which is a upgrade for our prosthetic. So you can either use the coin purse or you can just sell them to him. Either way, you'll get the money out of it. So you see I have 5 of them. The thing was 500. Wait, I think it was 500. Yeah. So now we're going to buy the firecracker. This is going to be very, very important. You can get it now or later, but you are going to need it for some upcoming boss fights that we're going to do. So try to grab it sooner rather than later.
この辺りで使うでないぞ。カラスどもがビビっちまう。奴らいかに賢くとも鳥獣には違いないからの。
He's kind of telling us the firecracker works against beast. It also can work against enemies if they're clustered up, kind of stuns them, but it's really effective against beasts, which will be the 2 bosses that we fight later on. Definitely come in handy. So we're going to go back to the temple, and we're going to give him the firecrackers so he can give us the tool.
なんだ。
お前さん、勘が戻ってきたようじゃな。ちっとは忍びらしくなってきたように見える。とっておきな。
これは
忍びの侍には真似。まあ、叩く。チリンチリンと。
この老婆が。
その鈴。
いや。
鈴のお前。
なん
鈴、そこ、まこ。牙の形を増やしたきゃ、せいぜい任具を探すこった。乗りかかった船じゃ。仕込むことだけは。
Alright, now with giving him, excuse me, for the tool, there's going to be skills now. We have our skill point. Acquire the skills. Certain combat, you can only have 1 combat skill equipped at a time, but the other skills are just like passives and they're always there. We're going to go ahead and get Whirlwind Slash just because we're going to get on this side of the tree. We're going to work on that side of the tree first. So, again, talking about the combat art. Like I said, you can only have 1 combat art equipped at a time. Use it by holding the block button and doing the attack button. It's like a slash. Important to note, like I mentioned, with your money, when you die, you lose half your money. You also lose half of your skill points. Now, if you have a hard point like that, we had that 1 skill point we just spent. No matter how many times we died, we wouldn't lose that skill point. But you see how it says 38 down there? If you were to die, whatever half of 38 is, I'm not going to do it off the top of my head, but whatever. Whatever half of 38 is, that's how many skill points we would have left after we died. But again, a hard point, like 1 skill point that we had, or however many skill points you have, you will never lose those. You just lose half of your skill points that you have and half of your gold every time you die. And again, resurrecting doesn't count. You have to fully die. Anyways, with that being said, we're going to put the bell that the lady gave us in with the statue, the Buddha statue, which is next to this guy. We did have some training, some new training options available, but I'm not going to do those. But you can feel free to do them if you need to.
Sono suzu no ne ga yobi samasu jaro. 眠っちまってるお前さんの古い記憶を。
Now again, this is going to open up that whole new area that I was talking about before. It's a memory. So it's going to take us a little bit in the past, 3 years to be exact. I'm going to grab this item first. Then we're going to hit the idol. Harada Estate. That is this area that is opened up to us. Jump on down. There is fall damage, by the way. If you jump from a high enough height, you do take some fall damage. But we're going to Spider-Man our way over here. Talk to the dying bro.
お主フクロウのせがれか。何があった。族どもが平田屋敷に巫女様を急ぐのじゃ。今は幾年だ。何をおかしな。教えてくれ。流泉モーでの年であろう。
So my guy, you know, he's essentially asked him what year it was. He told us 3 years ago. Now my dude's like, holy shit, it must be in the past. What the hell is going on? So, moving along, you're gonna jump and you're gonna grapple to the bridge. Kill this guy. Sometimes he's standing right there, you won't get a death blow, but it doesn't really matter, you just fight him. He can be a little bit annoying because he has the torch. That's a dousing powder, which, excuse me, can help reduce fire buildup, fire resistance. Treasure carp, scale, it's going to come in handy from a little vendor that we're going to run into in a bit, who takes carp scales. See the torch guy I was talking about? Builds up the fire damage. Come across. Now we're going to use a shuriken. Like I was telling you, it's very effective against beasts and aerial attacks. Than that, suck up all the money. Zip on up over here. There is an idol, but we're not going to hit that quite just yet. Grab the shard. Well, we're going to hit it, but we're not going to rest at it. We're just hitting it so that way we can use the idol or teleport back, so we don't have to walk all the way back. But we're not going to rest because we don't want to reset the enemies. Find this guy. Stealth him. Kill the wolf. Grab this item. It's another balloon. The balloon's pretty much handy for like when you're trying to farm certain things. If you need gold, if you need experience, you know, whatever you're looking for, the balloons are just kind of just for farming. So this is a carp. Gonna slowly swim. Get close enough just when he sees you and kill him. He'll also give us a scale. Pretty much when you're swimming, you just use your dash button and then attack at the same time. And it does like the lunge. Because the carps, if they see you, they will run from you. And I don't mean run as in you can chase them, as they run and they will go underwater and You cannot get them. You can reset the area, like, you know, go back and rest and whatnot, and they'll be back. But once you kill them, they will not come back. There's one over here. No, it's not good. Oh shit, it's not good. That's not good. I think I jinxed myself. Oh, we barely got him. Almost lost him. So we're gonna come back, and this is the carp guy, vendor I was telling you about. Grab this. Run through some of his dialogue real quick. That is another carp, by the way, but there's a couple of them here, but they're underwater. Don't worry about them right now. Later on in the game, you will get an ability where you can go underwater, and then we'll be able to get them. But until then, don't worry about them. What we want to get is this withered red gourd, which is really good because it's a reusable thing like our healing gourd, but it reduces burn buildup, increases burn resistance. And it's really good for this area because there's a lot of people that use fire. So getting that early on is really good. The divine grasses are really, really rare. And the other two items he had are just like really in-game items that you don't need to really worry about right now. But you could get the divine grass if you wanted to. So now we're going to use the idol, go to the last one that we went to, which is the idol that we hit. And we'll rest at it, but that'll be the end of this episode. In the next one, we'll be continuing in the Harada Estates. But yeah, until then, I'll see y'all in the next one.